Hey guys, what's up? This is kind of a part two to the Philippine experience. You know, when you bring somebody and you have somebody in your life from a different culture, it's a wonderful experience because that person brings that culture into your life, into your family, and what a wonderful, wonderful experience it has been for me. My wife has brought so much love and just change in my life. She actually, I don't know, it's the Philippine culture, man. It's the Philippine way. They're just very loving people. They don't see things the same way that we may see them here. They don't ever look down on anybody. One, they don't judge on anybody. They don't judge on people's religion. They don't. They're very grateful for the things that they have. I'm just so honored to have this woman in my life. Many of you don't really know my wife. You've heard of her, you've heard about her, but you don't really know her. I'm throwing this out there because, you know, I received a message today on one of my videos, and this person basically was saying, come on now, let's get real about this. They only do it for the money. Come on now. Really? That's the best you got? You know, most people, that's the first thing that they think about. First thing comes to mind when you see two people together from a different race, different culture. That's what you're thinking. You're automatically thinking, you know, well, I've heard this so many times over the years. And this is before I had even thought about the Philippines. I never even thought about this country. Well, you know, they're here and they're taking our jobs. You know, they come into this country, they're taking our jobs, they're you know, come on now, y'all, really? Seriously. They're not here to take anybody's job. Listen, me personally, I've been to the Philippines, and I only talk about the Philippines because that's the only other country that I've ever gone to. If you only knew how these people lived, what they go through. And it's the same for the people in other parts of the world, in India. Why do you think most of our doctors are Indian? If you have only experienced 2-3 hours of the kind of life that these people had to live, you would understand why they are doctors. Okay? And why they are just very humble people. Okay? Me personally, I think it's a very serious problem in this country. When you have people that look at a different culture and say, why the hell are you even here? You don't belong here, man. You belong back in your own country. Alright? It's wrong. I used to be that way. When I was a teenager growing up, I used to see things the same way. I used to think, freaking Chinese people. Who's this dark-colored person? You know, this Indian or whatever. I used to also look at a black man should not be with a white woman. I used to be that way. Me personally, y'all, God put this woman in my life for a reason. And man, I gotta tell you, what an amazing adventure this has been for me. It changed me as a man. It changed everything about me. I don't see things like that. They're not any different than we are. One, they got to pay bills every day. They're just doing the same thing. We go to work every day. For what reason? We got to pay our bills. They're doing the same. Trying to put food in their babies' mouths. We do the same thing here. Alright? It isn't any different. We're all the same. I'm putting this out there because I had mentioned this in our first video. It is a problem. My wife and I had experienced racism with some people. And I gotta be honest with you, man, it frickin' hurt. It hurt knowing that these people were saying things about my wife. They didn't even know her. They barely even knew me. But they were saying these things because, why? Because you distilled it into your heart to be that way. And I'm quite frankly sick and tired of living in a country that treats people like shit. Okay? It's wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. I don't know how you all feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. It's just wrong. Well, I had to set these people straight. I actually went above and beyond I actually wanted to sue these people for what they were doing. I went to law enforcement. The only thing they could say to me was, well, you know, in this country, you can say whatever you want. We can't do anything about it. We can't really help you. The only way we could help you is if they had actually, you know, used force on her, that they had attacked her or actually touched her in some way. This is the society we live in today. Now, I do agree 100%. If you are not here legally, get the hell out. Okay, get out. You don't belong here. And listen, man, I'm all for people bettering their lives and wanting better for their families, and I'm all for that, but not illegally. If you can't do it the legal way, and trust me, y'all, there's a long process to the whole thing. It takes money, it takes time, patience. Okay, if you have to do it legally. I'm just putting this out there, y'all, because, you know, over these last 4 years, I've heard different people saying different things about this, about that. And if people would just, you know, if people would just think about what just came out of their mouth, you don't realize sometimes who you're talking to. You're talking to somebody that is in a relationship of a different culture, or, you know, it just burns me up that, you know, why do we here have to be so judgmental? I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Listen, I've been to the Philippines a couple of times. I have never felt that way. I have never had one person ever look at me, say to me, to make me feel out of place. Because that's not how they are. They don't see it that way. And I don't give a shit. Okay? And I'm just being very blunt about it. I don't care who likes the video, who doesn't like the video. The fact is, it is the truth. We live in a nasty society today. You know, it is what it is, right? You gotta handle it, you gotta deal with it. So that's what we do. Alright? it's actually gotten to the point to where I just don't. I don't let it bother me. The only time I let it get to me is if somebody actually approaches my wife, and has something to say. Then I deal with it in an appropriate way. Other than that, I don't give a shit what people think. First of all, we get looked at every day. You have a big guy with this Filipino woman. Yeah, it's like this, okay? And you get looked at every day. People stare at you. I can handle that, but it's, you know, it's the comments. Now, it's not something that we've been dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I'm not saying that. But I just think it's sad that we live in a society today that's what it has become. So, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm just kind of letting you know how I feel about it. It's merely my opinion. It's how I see it. And it's just how I feel about it. I just know bringing that other culture into your life can do awesome, wonderful things for you. So, y'all keep it real. Leave me a comment. You probably won't, but just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation in this country with having, you know, mixed relations, things like that, you know, having different cultures. Let me know what you think, y'all. Alright, peace out. Keep it real. Bye.